think when they hear a comment like that?
You know, it's terrifying. It's frightening. I have a lot of conversations with former colleagues, people who are or were in the intelligence and law enforcement community and may have worked in, the Obama administration, other places. And, people are really trying to assess, like, what is life going to be like if Donald Trump wins a second term? And on a very personal level, I mean, these are torturous discussions with their family members about whether or not they have to leave the country to avoid being unconstitutionally and illegally detained. I mean, people are actually worried about being thrown in jail or grabbed in some sort of extrajudicial detention. And I think, as crazy as this sounds in the United States of America, I think people should really consider that these are possibilities. Listen to what the man says. He typically does what he says, as crazy as it seems. And that's really all the indicators you need.
When the director says that she's referred these filings to the Justice Department for a criminal investigation, tonight we're told they formed what is called a strike force. Do you have concerns that they will attempt to prosecute you?
Well, certainly I do. After 8.5 years of this, and I don't know of an intelligence product that was more scrutinized, more investigated than that product was by numerous people. It's very disconcerting. It really is. And I take seriously when the President of the United States accuses me of being a participant in a treasonous conspiracy, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, what's your reaction to that?
It's ridiculous. It is untrue.
So what will you do if they come after you? What is your plan?
Well, I'll lawyer up, I suppose. Already have.
You've already hired attorneys in anticipation that this Trump Justice Department could try to prosecute you.
We've had sort of perpetual attorneys since I left the government in 2017.
Mike Davis has joined us for a different topic. Mike, I got to ask you got McCabe there saying a year ago that he's thinking of leaving the country, and you've got Clapper saying last night he's lawyered up because Tulsi Gabbard come from. How serious should these guys be taking this? Because MSNBC, CNN, NBC, ABC are saying this is just all something that Tulsi and the War Room and other people are making up out of thin air, sir.
Well, if that's the case, then they shouldn't be worried. But I would say this: there's pretty clear evidence of a criminal conspiracy to politicize and weaponize intel agencies and law enforcement to go after President Trump, his top aides like you, Steve, Bannon, and Peter DeBrow, his supporters on January 6th. They politicized and weaponized these intel agencies and law enforcement, and that is a clear-cut case of conspiracy against rights under 18 U.S.C. Section 241. So I would say to Brennan and Clapper and Comey and Biden and Hillary and so many others, Andrew Weissman, Barack Obama, you better lawyer up. And I've been saying that for 3 years on your show since the Mar-a-Lago raid. Justice is coming, and if McCabe wants to go hide overseas, I think that the FBI will gladly go retrieve him through an extradition treaty.
Mike, you've done a great job in the last couple of years at Article 3, informing and educating this audience about what the Article 2 powers are of the President of the United States. Margot Cleveland over at The Federalist has just tweeted, D.C. Circuit denies Institute for Peace request for full court to overturn panel's stay. In other words, a Trump win. Can you interpret that for us, sir, about President Trump's Article 2 powers?
Yeah, so the U.S. Institute of Peace is another boondoggle in Washington, D.C. I think the budget's around $60 million, and it's supposed to be kind of quasi part of the State Department, this nonprofit. It has a board. It's part of the executive branch, and President Trump ordered that the U.S. Institute of Peace get dismantled to the maximum extent the law allows, meaning take it down to the statutory minimum, the floor that Congress created for this Institute of Peace. And so they did that. These plaintiffs ran to a D.C. Obama judge, I think it was Shutkin, if I'm remembering this correctly, who issued a stay saying that the president and his team can't do this. Shockingly, a 3-judge panel on the D.C. Circuit stayed that order, and then the full D.C. Circuit, which is stacked with Obama and Biden radicals, said that, okay, we're not going to overturn that stay. So this is a big sign that these activists, plaintiffs, lawyers, judges understands that President Trump, Attorney General Pam Bondi, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, Solicitor General John Sauer, Chief of Staff Chad Mizell, incoming Associate Attorney General Stanley Woodward, they're getting monumental victories in the Supreme Court, and you're seeing the D.C. Circuit, the most left-wing radical circuit out of all of them, is even starting to back down here.
Amazing. Thank you. I've got that. I got her tweet up, Margot Cleveland's tweet. Everybody push it out. Last thing. For the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, given everything, because the whole building reports to him, to get on a plane, fly down to Tallahassee, and do a 5-hour interview, is that a big deal, sir?
It is a big deal, and it shows that the Justice Department is not trying to cover up anything. They're putting one of the most senior people in the Justice Department on this case, and they filed a motion with the court for the court to release the grand jury materials. I just will tell you, as a lawyer, I would be surprised if the court can release a lot of these materials, but it's up for the courts to decide. Now you're dealing with victims who are minors, but it shows that this Maxwell lady, this Jeffrey Epstein's, for lack of a better word, is saying that she has new evidence. Todd Blanche is going down there to talk to her, to hear her new evidence. They're taking this seriously, and they're not trying to cover up anything.
Mike Davis, where do people go on social media to follow you, and where do they go for Article 3 Project, sir? Article3project.org,
article number 3project.org. You can follow us on social media, donate, but only what you can afford, but take action. Emil Bovee, for the Third Circuit, just got through his cloture votes today in the United States Senate. He should be confirmed on Tuesday as the new United States Circuit Judge for the Third Circuit. Everyone said that wasn't possible, and then the War Room Posse teams up with the Article 3 Project and lit up the Senate switchboard. I would say go to the Emil Bovee action item now and keep the pressure up so we make sure we get Emil Bovee confirmed on Tuesday.
And get it next Tuesday before people leave. Mike Davis, thank you. You're a warrior.